Live from historic Lane Stadium here in Jackson, Tennessee. It will be two fine football institutions, Tuskegee and Lane College, playing football today in an SIAC contest. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. This game can be seen on Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel. It will also be on later and tape delay on the Jackson Energy Authority, and they are sponsoring this broadcast. The Tuskegee Golden Tigers come in with 2 wins, 3 losses. They're 2-1 in the SIAC. Lane Dragons come in with a 1-4 record, 1-2 in the SIAC. That's Southern Collegiate or Southern Interscholastic Athletic Conference. And of course, the 2024 records for both teams we have given you. The last game for Lane was at Kentucky State, a tough loss, 24-20. The last game for Tuskegee was a win, 42-0 over Morehouse. The 2 head coaches for Tuskegee, Aaron James, and this is his 2nd year, according to what I was given. And, of course, our own head coach, very good person and great gentleman and a good coach, and starting his 4th year. This is Byron Brown. His record at Lane, Coach Brown's record, 14 wins, 21 losses. His record versus Tuskegee University is 1-2. For Coach James, his career record and record at Tuskegee is 9-7 after 2 years. His record against Lane is 1-0. His conference record and Tuskegee's is 8-3 over the time he's been there. And Lane's conference record is 10-15 for Coach Brown's time at Lane College. And, of course, Coach Brown, what a great guy he is. A good assistant coach, now a great head coach, getting the program, taking it to the next levels. And, of course, our athletic director is the former NFL and Memphis State Tiger. I know you know it as the University of Memphis now, and that is Derek Burrows, Roger Ogden, the assistant AD, and all-around good guy who does a lot of hard work. And a lot coming off. Tuskegee coming off 2 wins. And, of course, Lane has had a couple of really tough battles, and one of them, when we were with you last, was against Clark Atlanta, and that game was really a tough contest. Lane looking good, especially in that first half, and Lane enters this game after a series of very, very hard-fought contests. The most recent one was that 24-20 loss to Kentucky State, and flashes of strong offensive play. Lane's lone win came 32-27 earlier in the year with Benedict. And, of course, Lane College has a very powerful running game centered around Kylan Dewey and Ike Brown. Dewey has 370 yards, 6 touchdowns this season. Brown has 365 yards and 4 touchdowns. We've used 2 quarterbacks, but Jerick Gaston has been efficient when called upon, throwing for 631 yards and 5 touchdowns. And, of course, Anthony Evelyn and Carl Pitts are his main targets. Now, the Golden Tigers seem to have found their stride. They started out with a tough 0-3 start to the season. They secured a 27-13 win over Edmond Waters and followed it up with a dominant 42-0 shutout over Morehouse last week in the historic Tuskegee Morehouse Classic. Their offense has been steadily improving. The lead running back is a young man by the name of Johnny Morris. And it's a whole stable of running backs. Matter of fact, on their depth chart, they will list 2. Mulba, the other. Morris, a redshirt senior, and Mulba, a freshman. We'll be calling both those names today. Raquan Beal is a very efficient passer. He had 67 yards and 3 touchdowns against Morehouse. 2 of his receivers that you want to watch for are Reggie Brigman and Quavon Beckford. They make key plays, and Beal's got 583 yards and 7 touchdowns this year. Very outstanding player. They also have another wideout named Garmin that will provide a target, Justin Stith. will provide. Now, the defense has been what's tough for Tuskegee lately. They've got some linebackers. One of them, Malik Moore, he has all kinds of conference honors. Charles Davis Jr. and Kaquan Kimber. Kimber is leading the team in tackles right now. And, of course, they have a pretty good secondary of Grimes, Holton, and King. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll have more about this game, and we'll show you the two depth charts for both teams, have some starters and things like that. But let's take a timeout.
What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Pods plug straight into the wall. No messy cables. They spread the internet from your existing modem to every corner of your home at full speed. Plume doesn't just make your Wi-Fi faster. It intelligently adapts to your environment and manages your Wi-Fi 24/7 based on insights like the number and types of devices you have connected. Plume. Worry-free Wi-Fi. What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Plume is up and running right away. From now on, your Plume membership is there to ensure your network is always at peak performance. It keeps your network up to date and optimized. You'll also get perks like parental controls, full visibility into speed and performance, and simple and secure guest access. With your membership comes superb customer support and service. Plume. Worry-free Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
What's going on?
The neighbors got hacked again.
Weird. We never get hacked.
Nope. No, we don't. Smart devices make our lives better, but they're also susceptible to hackers. That's why Plume helps identify when a device is acting strange.
You mean like talking to itself for no reason?
I'm talking to the audience.
With E+ broadband and Watch TV Everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E+ broadband's TV Everywhere.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
We are back. A great picture by the Worthy Road Studios. We are live on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Very quickly, let's go through the projected lineup that Tuskegee gave us. And starting at the X, that's the wideout position, is Quavon Beckford. The tight end, number 89, Johnny Gilbert. The quarterback will be Raquan Beal. He wears number 1. The running back to start will be Johnny Morris, wearing number 6. At the Y, which is a designation for a wideout, will be number 14, Rodriguez McGee Sr. And at the Z wideout spot, number 2, Reggie Brigman. And a lot of those are seniors. We'll be telling you some of those things as we go. Now the starting offense for the Lane College Dragons at left tackle, number 78, Darian Anderson, 6'3", 325. Also starting at left guard, Xavier Hurd, number 76, 6'4", 345. This center is Mark Bellinger, number 61. The right guard is, and we're going to observe a moment of silence, so we'll turn it back to the producer. And a moment of silence for Jacoby Jones, and we are just about ready for the national anthem. We'll finish the Lane starting lineup in a moment. And this is the Lane College Concert Choir.
Trying to talk to him because I mean we're starting. Apparently what? Mine is on. Oh. Sorry.
Great job by the Lane College Concert Choir, hitting notes that I could only hope to hit someday. It makes you feel good to be doing Lane College football and being here in America. Let's finish that starting lineup for the Lane College Dragons. We had just given you Mark Bellinger, number 61. At right guard, number 64, Joey Anthony. He's 6'1", 320. At right tackle, Malik Williams, wearing number 74. He is 6'3", 315. The quarterback today. We will see one of two men, probably. We will just announce both of them. Nigel Johnson, number 4. Jarrett Gaston, 17. We'll see which one comes out. Starting at running back, number 10, Kylan Dewey, and he is 5'8", 185. At the H-back, Kylan Marmon, he is 6 foot, 180. And at the wide receiver, you know him. He returns punts, kickoffs, does everything but sell concessions. A great player. Number 1, Anthony Elvin, 6 foot, 185. At the wide receiver spot, Jeremiah Santel, wearing number 86'4", 180. Zarek Williams, number 83, 6'4", 220. And that is your starting lineup. Of course, Coach Byron Brown, our head coach, great job. Joined the Lane staff after 3 seasons. At Lincoln Prep, he was a high school coach and then became an assistant head coach and offensive coordinator. And prior to his time, he has served as associate head coach and offensive coordinator at Texas Southern, and he worked at Grambling also. The opposing coach, you know who we've told you about that is, and what a great job he has done in the short time he's been with Tuskegee. And that is Aaron James. Career record for his 2 years, 9-7. And we will have our captains going out. We'll pick those up for you. We'll send 4 captains out there. And we are making sure we get everything right. And we'll tell you who they are. Wearing 13 is Tyshawn Gator. Wearing number 7, Jeremiah Brown. Also number 10, Kylan Dewey. And Ike Brown wearing number 8. We'll see if we can pick up. Now the numbers are a little light, as in the white jerseys are Tuskegee with the dark helmets. We're wearing all royal, dark royal blue. Numbers on the side of the helmets. Great striping on the helmets. Decked out in the blue pants with the white stripe, the wide white stripe. And let's see if we can pick up. That looks like 65. We'll have to get their numbers. We were not given the captains beforehand. But I know 65 is their fine left guard, Sean Stratton. Or Stritton, I believe is the correct way of pronouncing it. Those light numerals there, yellow numerals against the white background, they do have a small outline around them, but they are tough and will be dependent on our monitor quite a bit today. Charles Davis, wearing number 8, is another one of their captains. And you see the coin toss. The Lane has made their appearance on the field. So has Tuskegee. We're about 3 minutes and 41 seconds away from, and you'll see a clock, one of the good things, the referee explaining the options. And they'll toss the coin. The coin is up. It hits the ground. And we'll see who won the toss. It looks like Tuskegee won, and they did win the toss. Let's see what they elect to do. They're going to defer and take the football, it looks like, in the second half. We'll see which goal the two teams defend, as some of the players in both ends try to get a little looser than they were. Lane College will receive, and we want to put points on the board. Lane looks like will travel from right to left on your screen. And we'll give you stats. We'll have complete, accurate stats. These will be unofficial stats. Keys to the contest for Lane College. The keys to victory are win in the kicking game and field position. The defensive stops, the run, make sure we're tackling, limit the big plays, get turnovers, don't turn the ball over. Got to establish that run game, an efficient passing game, and we need to score 5 touchdowns a game. And we're going to play overall team ball for 60 minutes. And remember Coach Brown's F3, fight, focus, and finish, and that's what we need today. We'll try to throw you some tidbits and different things out. Roger Ogden on the PA system making some announcements. And we're going to have to reach back down into our bag. Historic stadium here, but press boxes and stuff were built. This stadium goes back to like the 1930s and not exactly the biggest place on earth. And we're going to make do because we want to bring you a great ball game from Jackson, Tennessee. Remind you, this is a copyright broadcast. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios and Jackson Energy Authority is prohibited. We are getting ready for kickoff. Let's take a very, well, we'll hold it here. I don't think we're going to have time. You got to always be cognizant in a college football game of time. Sound like basketball with time and score. Lane has hit the field. The kicking team has come out there for Tuskegee. Now their kicker is supposed to be 45, Lorcan Rhines, a 5'9" junior. And he is supposed to be a very, very good kicker. Let's see, back deep, I see Dewey as one of the people back deep. And we'll try to pick up who the other person is. They're on the far side. Kickoff is a short one. It's going to come down at about the 14.5, straight up the middle. A nice run across the 30, down to about the 34-yard line. And that's where Lane College will take over 1st and 10. Returning the football looked like Rashad Wilson. Here come the Dragons. They should come straight to the line of scrimmage. They'll start, actually, they mark it down on their own 33. Be looking for those linebackers. Tuskegee goes with 3 down linemen, a stand-up defensive end, or an outside linebacker if you prefer to call it that. Dewey tries the left side, bending it back, gets across the 35, keeps the legs driving, gets a little bit of the Philadelphia Eagles tush push, and let's see what he has gained. Kylan Dewey running the football and running hard. Pickup of about 4. We're going to give him that. 2nd and 4. Plays being signaled in from the sideline. You'll see a slot left, an H-back to the left of the formation, single receiver. They're going to fake to Dewey. The ball is up. We've got a receiver open, and a great catch for a 1st down. That is Wilson with the catch. And very quickly with the ball plunked down at almost, and remember I use that word instead of put down sometimes, put down at about the 31-yard line. So it's an initial 1st down by pass. They throw it outside the whistle. They're going to say it's incomplete. .41 yards unofficially on the first one. It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball just short of the 30, so we're going to call it the 31. Again, Dewey dancing, and he had to do some fancy footwork just to get across the 30-yard line. Pickup of about 1.5. I know you're used to people say with 2 or et cetera like that. Not quite 2 yards, but still give him credit for that. He's got 6 yards on 2 carries. Kylan Dewey wears number 10, great running back. Lane Ford Wall, and we'll tell you about them, have a big responsibility to open some holes. I think they got Tuskegee offside and almost intercepted, but I saw a little hand action down there as we go down the right sideline. Incomplete pass, but let's see if now looks like they're going to claim that there was actual movement. By the Dragons or nothing. They did not call it. Maybe the young man got back, so it'll just be an incomplete pass. No. Now they make the call. Five-yard penalty. Brings up 2nd down. The incomplete pass. I think it should be 2nd down, not 3rd is on the scoreboard. 2nd and a little over 4. Short 5, long 4. Trips left. Give to Brown. He'll be close, but it's going to take the measurement. Running the football, Ike Brown, the senior out of Shreveport. Let's see what he gets out of it. Actually, two yards to go for that first down. The ball is on the 22. Wilson out here, and again, it looked like on the hard count, they jump in, the rush is on. Just overthrown, would have been a touchdown, but let's see if we can find the pass is incomplete. They didn't call anything, so it'll go over on downs. First possession of the afternoon, and it should be from the 22-yard line. Nigel Johnson, quarterback for Lane in that series. Here comes the Tuskegee team, the Golden Tigers in the pistol formation with a bunch trips. Now they send a man in motion. He'll reverse direction. They'll still have three receivers to the left. Lane in a one high safety. Quarterback kept it, but somebody filtered into the backfield for Lane, and a great job there. That may have been Irving. I'll have to. And a loss on that play, loss of 2 yards. You hear the Great Lane band crank it up. And again, this is Raquan Beal at quarterback wearing number 1. They'll run a regular spread. The back, here's a man in motion to put three receivers to the right of the formation this time. They give around the left end. And good yardage there, getting close to the 30-yard line. We'll see if it's a pickup of 8. Host of Dragons over there to pick up and tackle after a nice game. It's going to bring up third down at about 6, maybe a short 7. Again, a man in motion. He'll stop and come back to the right. They're going to fake. It's a two-man screen out here. Lane had it played well, and then the young man broke a tackle, but he'll only get to the 30-yard line, so a pickup of 1. So Beal's first pass is good for 1 yard, and that's going to bring up fourth down in a punting situation. Wilson, a lone setback. He wears number 5. He's going to set up at about his 27-yard line. He moves back to the 26. We've got a return on. One man rushed it hard and caused this punt to be a little short, but it gets a good Tuskegee roll, and it will be down. Let's see if it's properly spotted. It should be the 31. Because that's where he picked the football up, but they're going to spot it at the Lane 30. Interesting. And so a nice punt. Now they get the spot. Well, no, they've got it. You be the judge. Go back and watch the replay. Lane football actually just short, and when the nose of the football, if laid down, would be touching. Going against 4-man front, 4 linebackers, 3 in the secondary. We throw the quick screen outside. Good positive yardage. And that Zarick Williams with the catch. Gets about 5. Come out with a wing back more than he's an H-back. Some people would still call him that. We're going to run the football. Here's Dewey. He wanted to bend it back, and a couple of men hit him at the line of scrimmage, but he gets forward for a pickup of about 2.5 yards. It's going to leave us at 3rd and about 2.5. 3rd and 2 officially, because most people don't give the halves, but I do. Nigel Johnson brings them out. Strong right with a slot to the left. Nigel looks at it, gives it, and this time Brown is hit, and great penetration in the A and B gaps. It's 4th down. Brown with a loss on that one of about 2. Going to bring a punting situation. Marcelo Ortiz, 5'10", 175 from Los Angeles, California. And it looks like, let's see if that is number 7 back. That would be Karen Taylor for the Tuskegee team. Good rush, but our blockers picked up. Nice spiral. Watch it turn. And fair caught at about the 31-yard line. So Tuskegee will have their second shot at the football. Let's see if Tuskegee brings out Beal at quarterback, Morris at running back, McGee, Brigman, Beckford at the wideouts, Gilbert's the tight end. They're at the line of scrimmage. They've got a trips right close to the sideline. The middle man is right there on the number. It's a running play, picking up good yardage, keeping his feet moving, and that should be Morris. Somebody's hat came off, or helmet if you prefer. He'll have to leave the field. .55, Cameron Jones, one of the tacklers in there on that. Pickup of about 6 yards, a little over 6. Trips right again. We've got coverage out here. 4 down linemen. They go again to the right side, trying that B gap. And the Dragons have stacked this one up after short or no gain. Of course, coming off of it, Tyshawn Gaither, one of those young men in there. You'll see a replay. Also, number 99, Robert Brown in there. So a big 3rd down. There was a short gain. It looks like 3rd and 1. They faked the toss, and that we moved out, and this is loose, the quarterback, Beal. He can motor. He is across the 20, the 15, the 10, and he is going to take it all the way to the end zone from his own 40. 60-yard run. So 60 yards and a touchdown. You'll see a replay. Their extra point man is supposed to be Larkin Rhines. Kick is up. The kick is good. Tuskegee leads 7-0. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road JEA Network.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Well, we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ Broadband. Thank you, E+ Broadband. I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center, where we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ Broadband. Thank you, E+ Broadband.
Back after a dazzling run, and you see a good picture of the Tuskegee kicker, Ryan's 5'9", 210-pound junior. Does a great job for them. You hear the Lane College band in the background. Looks like Wilson, wearing 5, is going to set up at about the 14. Dewey is set up at about the 9-yard line. They think that it's going to be a directional kick. Actually comes right down the middle. Wilson wants it at the 11. Comes across the 20. The 25, the 30, makes one man miss, gets down across the 35 to about the 37, and a great run by Wilson. Rashad Wilson. Normally we see Anthony back there. We have not seen him in the contest. Matter of fact, I thought I saw him without his pads on. Lane will come with a slot to each side. And Tuskegee goes with 4 down linemen. Stand up end or linebacker this side. He's coming hard. They drop, but he's given to Dewey. He threw the A gap and blasting through for about 7, maybe 8 yards is Kylan Dewey. Very quickly, gain of 6. Johnson with the fake, throws it out, gets his receiver for a first down. And that is Pitts with the reception. Carl Pitts. It is 1st and 10. Ball short of the 50. It's at the 49, wide side of the field to the right. A little press coverage over on the far side against Lane's receivers. Dancing, trying to find a hole. Dewey does find, and he makes something out of what looked like they had it stopped. Dewey will pick up 3, maybe 4 yards. It looks like about 3. Second down from the left hash mark, closest Lane's bench. One receiver, trips right. Dewey in the backfield with Johnson. Linebackers off, press coverage on the 2 outside men. Here's Dewey trying to B gap on the right side, gets through there and gets the running first down. Third first down unofficially for the Dragons. It's another first down. Dewey blasting through there. I've got him 21 yards and 5 carries unofficially. Keeping the ball is Johnson. He'll get a couple of tough yards, trying the right side. Watch the fake here by Johnson, hit by 2 men, then a third comes to help. But he gained about 2. Johnson on 2nd and 8. Lane will check the sideline. They signal the plays in. trips left. You see those three receivers, Pitts and Wilson, two of them. It's going to be a fake two-man screen, giving the ball in a nice run over, bending it out to the outside, and it's going to be another running first down. That is Kenny running the football. It's another first down by the run. LaMarcus Kenny did a great job. First down, it looks like at the 15. Lane can still get a first down. Looks like a couple of linebackers on those front feet. They get in the gaps hard, the pass, and that time Johnson's pass was hurried. Lyman did what you're taught to do, got his hands up. And that looked like Culbreth possibly rushing that pass. We'll see. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Kenny in the backfield with Johnson. You've got an H-back to the left of the formation. Press coverage on the outside, but they give to Kenny. Gets hit, bounces it outside, breaks a couple of tackles, keeps going. Is he in? And let's see what they signal. A great run. It'll be 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 4. Kenny's still in the backfield. He's a speedster and got more moves than a water bug on water. This time he tries the left side, outside, and they had a bunch of folks there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. And you see several folks in that. A couple of new. Wilson coming back in. Looks like 16. Charles Bararian. Bararian, I'll get it straight there. We try to get those names straight. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Dewey in the backfield. Now it looks like a timeout has been called. Lane has called their first timeout. Let's take a timeout with them here on the Worthy Road Studios, Lane and JEA Network.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. E+ Broadband has never let me down. Reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, that they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, E+ Broadband.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ Broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ Broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
Back at Lane Stadium, sometimes known as Rothrock Field, a very name for Judge Tom Rothrock. Lane and the city worked out an agreement. Lane is now Lane Stadium. This used to house Jackson High football and Mary High football, the home of Ed Too Tall Jones from right here in Jackson. Of course, we honored Jacoby Jones. It is 2nd and goal. And they've got up there on the 5, so 2nd goal from the 5, a man in motion towards the left. The fake jet sweep, the pass across the middle, and it's a touchdown. That looks like Wilson got a 5-yard touchdown pass. Nigel Johnson with the pass. 5 yards. We'll check the time on it at the 1:56 mark. It's touchdown, Lane College. And with the extra point to be attempted by our fine kicker, Marcelo Ortiz. He's a sophomore from Southern California, mainly the city of Los Angeles. Snap, kick is up, it's lower, but it is through, and this is a tie score at 7. We're in the first quarter of play. Lane 7, Tuskegee 7. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios and JEA Network.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ Broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ Broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries. Every 3 years, the American Public Power Association recognizes public power companies that demonstrate proficiency in reliability, workforce development, safety, and system improvements. The recognition, RP3. The highest level RP3 is the Diamond RP3. In 2023, JEA's Electric Division received the Diamond RP3 award for the 8th consecutive time. This never happened before, but it's JEA today.
As we come back, you see the kickoff going towards the sideline, but picked up, and a lot of east-west running, only gets the ball to a little over the 25-yard line. That's where Tuskegee will take possession of it. I'm sure Coach Brown's happy with that. We had some people get out of lanes in the Clark-Atlanta game. And they're going to plug it down or put it down just over the 25, so we'll call it the 26. And that's where this drive will start. Quarterback is Beal wearing number 1. He's 6'5". They're in the pistol. They'll send the H-back to the left of the formation. They want to throw a breakout, some people call it, or an out to the sideline. It is complete. Picks up about 7 yards. Still brings up second down. It may only be, well, they're adjusting the stake, so I'll try not to give it to you too early. A little closer to 4 yards, so we'll adjust our stats a little bit. It's going to be second and a short 4. Lane goes with 4 down linemen. The handoff, trying the B gap on the left side of the line. It's going to be stacked up at about the 35-yard line. Let's see where the placement of the football will be. Host of tacklers, you get to see the replay, and nice fake by their quarterback. And Gator in on that tackle along with a couple of others. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Now they check the side. 4 down linemen. Lane had walked up some linebackers that time. Going to try to take the inside slants and stuff away, loosen up a little bit. They're going to run the football, and it'll be close. A nice hit there. Couple of men in there on that play. One of them is Malbro. Nice play, but they did get the 1 yard and the first down. And that's the end of the first quarter. We're all tied up. Tuskegee 7, the Lane Dragons 7. We'll be back after this message on the Worthy Roads JEA and Lane Network.
The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation every 2 years does an unannounced on-site review to evaluate every facet of a water system. Inspection includes real-time water sampling, records reviews, personnel training, certification, and more. A perfect score is $5.99. For the third consecutive inspection covering the last 6 years, the Jackson Energy Authority water system achieved a perfect score. $5.99, 100%, 3 consecutive times. That seldom happens, but it happened now at JEA today.
While many cities in Tennessee now actively work to get broadband, Jackson, Tennessee in 2004 built what big communication companies would not build here. Jackson became Tennessee's first fiber-to-the-home city. In addition, Jackson has had for years the point-to-point infrastructure for gig internet. How many gig do you need? How many will you need in the future? It doesn't matter. Jackson doesn't wait. The capacity is already here and has been for years with E+ broadband and JEA today.
Hear the Great Lane Band in the background. Both teams have put points on the board. It's tied 7-all. Rashad Wilson caught a touchdown pass of 5 yards for Lane College. Beals took it 60 yards on a nifty run. He had faked an outside play, and some of the linebackers and people on that side of the defense floated outside and left a hole you could run a Mack truck through. Some of the secondary tried to get back in position, but some nifty running by Beals. That was the first score at the 7:05 mark. Lane's touchdown came at the 1:56 mark. Football belongs to Tuskegee. Beals comes back out at quarterback. Single coverage out here on the outside. This time H-back, a little tighter formation. It is a version of the pistol. We've got 4 down linemen and a linebacker. The H-back, a little fake motion they give. It's almost like a blast or lead play. And a strong runner. We got the tackle on it, but he's going to pick up some good yardage, bringing up 2nd down. I know Jeremiah Brown was in there on that one. Pickup of about 6 yards. 2nd down, approximately 4. Board has it 5. It's really about 4.5. Lane goes with 3 down linemen, a stand-up outside backer or in. One linebacker was going to shoot the gap. He does. They throw a pass across the middle, and it's caught. This is one of their great wideouts that they have, and he is going to take the football and go about 58 yards with it. That time going for it, that was Beckford. And we got caught, so that's a pass play of 58 yards unofficially. Extra point to be attempted by their kicker, Ryans. The holder is Aller. Get 1.3 seconds. The snap, the kick is up. It looks good. The referees say it is good. And the lead has been recaptured at the 14:05 mark in the 2nd quarter. We'll be back after a timeout with Tuskegee leading Lane 14-7.
Jackson organized in 1822, went nearly 50 years without a collective utility. But in 1871, the Citizens Gas Light Company offered manufactured gas. Railroads brought in coke, a form of coal, burned in ovens located where the AMP is today. Stored in above-ground tanks, they carried the gas through wood pipes downtown. Lamplighters would fire up the streetlights at dusk. Part of the gas company building is still visible at the farmers market today. Citizens Gas Light Company, the first step toward JEA today.
And we are back getting ready for the kickoff. Dewey will be back deep. Let's see who else. That'll be Rashad Wilson. So Anthony, evidently, and I do not see his number. I did see him without any pads or anything on earlier on the sideline. Here's the kick. This one will go into the end zone and roll out the back, and Lane will have the football 1st and 10. Lane had just tied the ball game up at the 156 mark on a pass to Wilson. Dewey comes out there along with Johnson at quarterback. Wilson should be in the slot. A stack here to the right. Faking the pass, or faking the run, and then a nice pass out to the left sideline. A little stop and go type action. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going against 3 down linemen, stand up outside backer or defensive end. A jet sweep fake. Keeping is Johnson, but good penetration from the middle by one of the linemen, and the outside rush against the right side of our line. You see it on replay. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Loss of a little yardage there. Bring up 3rd and about 6. Passing situation. Pass over the middle and caught by Wilson, and it should be, and it is, a 1st down. 14-yard completion. Lane quickly to the line of scrimmage with Dewey in the backfield. This is a version of the spread with a slot right. Steps up in the pocket. Johnson wanting to deliver. Has Wilson, who stretched it out. And what a great job. You want to watch the replay on this one. "50-yard pass and 1st down, Lane College." Rashad Wilson starring right now. He's catching those passes. Now a bunch formation, 3 receivers, and there's a timeout being called with Tuskegee leading Lane 14-7. Let's take a timeout.
The Citizens Gas Light Company brought electricity to Jackson to generate power for new streetlights downtown. 1887, the Western Seawig reported, the engine started, the large wheels revolved, causing the dynamo to generate the electric current. The new light was greeted with shoutings and applause. Electric usage spread. The electric company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company, generating power for trolley cars and more. Another step toward JEA today. Keeping utilities in service requires continued investment and maintenance. In 2024, JA began changing relief valves on the 10 main ProGas propane tanks. This process is undertaken every 10 years to ensure that these essential relief valves are current and functioning, providing utility service that's safe and reliable, a key part of JEA today.
Lane back to the line of scrimmage quickly after this. Homecoming coming up next week. We'll be right back here on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Game will be archived, shown on JEA, Jackson Energy Authority. Dewey bends it a little bit, gets a push into the middle, and then tossed back by several tacklers. It's 1st and goal. That'll bring up 2nd goal. Let's see where they put it down. Lane quickly ready to go back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like a 2-yard gain. Second goal from about, well, let's call it the 9. Strong right with the formation. We jump off sides. And that's the kind of things you can't have happen. Coach talked about that. I know the young man feels very badly about it, but that'll back lane up 5 yards. Cannot get a first down on this drive, so it'll make it 2nd and goal from approximately the 13 and a half. Barbarin, I got it straight. Yes, they signaled me. I said it okay. Wilson far to the left. Looks like Pitt's inside of him. Got a tight end to the right of the formation. It is a trips with one receiver close to the line of scrimmage. That may be Barbarin. Send a man in motion, which is Wilson. He cuts up the field, cuts out. They look for him, but harried. But getting it down to about the 5, so a nice pickup of about 8 yards by Nigel Johnson. Mays on the tackle for Tuskegee, wearing 99. Santel back in the game. He'll be the wideout to this side. Naylor will actually be playing more of an H-back or wing, and we've got receivers with 2 wings and 2 wideouts. Johnson gets the snap, fakes to Dewey, wants to throw across the middle, intended for the receiver, and that would be Santel, incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. Also will bring on the kicker, Marcelo Ortiz. Ball's going to be put down approximately the 12 with the 10 of the end zone, makes it a 22-yard attempt. We're in the 2nd quarter of play with 10:27 to go. Snap, kick. It's up, it looks good. It goes out of the stadium. Somebody will have to go over and retrieve it. 22-yard field goal makes it 14-10. Lane trailing Tuskegee. Let's take a timeout.
The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JA calls the sewer jetters. JA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JA today. The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JA calls the sewer jetters. JA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JA today.
Deepest man to receive Ortiz kick is number 7, Karen Taylor, 5'9" junior. Have 2 men up in front of him, about 5 yards. Short kick, directional kick, signal for a fair catch. And the young man does a good job fielding and around the 30, maybe a little short of that. And that's where Tuskegee will take over 1st and 10. We'll get the official spot for you. Here's the replay on that one. Signals fair catch, and he makes sure he pulls it into the stomach, does a good job with that. Like Garman, who is considered an outstanding wideout also to this side. There'll be a bunch type trips, looks like the old wishbone. We'll check the quarterback and see if that's Beal still in there. 4 lineman rush, the linebackers get out here. This is a wildcat type formation. Gain of about 4, maybe 5. And running the football in their version of the Wildcat. And that looked like Spivey, a junior running back. Trips right again. The toss sweep. It's a reverse. I think they want to throw a reverse pass off of it. Ball up in the air. It'll be up for grabs, and good defensive play. We had plenty of people back there. And defending that time, Walter Tatum, what a great job, but he had some folks helping, so that's an incomplete pass for. And now Beal comes back on the field. A little razzle-dazzle there to get you excited. Again, I call it a bunch trips. There's three receivers to the right, one to the left. One man in the backfield. 4 down linemen rushing. Beal back, wants to unload. He does, and it's a nice pitch and catch for a first down at about the 46-yard line. On the tackle number 23, Mark James. The result of the play is a first down. 13 yards on that pass. 1st and 10 for Tuskegee. They come with the same formation. Ball almost in the center of the field. 4 down linemen. They give, bouncing it outside, but I'm going to tell you what, he was all over him. Well, our man, good old number 18, that was like white on rice is the way one guy described that. My roster says that's Miller. And a good job by him. Brings up 2nd and 12, a loss of 2. The ball on the 44-yard line, wide side of the field to the right. Looks like they'll go with the 2 wing backs. They're still in the gun, though, or the spread if you prefer, with 2 wideouts. Linebackers up tight, everybody within 10 yards. They're going to try to throw the version of the fade route, and it wasn't close. Great coverage out there. That also looked like Tatum on that one. We'll try to make sure. It was Walter Tatum. We are still awaiting our official stats. 3rd and 12 from the 44, wide side of the field to the right. Beal back. He's got all 5 men out in the pattern. Nice pitch and catch. Tatum makes the catch. The receiver stretches it out, and another first down for Tuskegee. From their own 44 into Lane Dragon territory. 17-yard pickup. They go again with the, I call it 2 wing backs, 2 wide outs in the pistol. When they line up behind the quarterback, it's considered to be part of a pistol formation. Straight give showing, starting towards the A gap on the left side and bending it back. Tackled by Devon Irving, number 45. Second and 10, ball is actually on the 39-yard line. Beal at quarterback. Fakes it, 3-step drop, hits a man underneath. Across the 30, the 25, and going to be driven out of bounds. That looked like Beckford again. Nice run by him. Looked like Tatum's going to make the tackle and drive him out of bounds. It's 1st and 10, ball on the 12. "21-yard pickup. Back in the pistol again. Here's the snap to Beal. Throws it over the intended receiver's head. Brings up 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 12, wide side of the field to the right for the Golden Tigers. 2 wing backs, 1 to each side, 2 wide outs. We get good penetration. Lane got into the backfield. Somebody blew the play up. I know Brown, one of the main tacklers. You see him right there. Very good picture of him. Let's see who all, if we can tell, got into. They pushed a blocker back into it. Brown, one of the tacklers. 4-yard loss on that one. Ball on the left hash marks on the 16. 2 receivers to each side. Plenty of time now flushed as Brown chases the quarterback, Beal. He throws it across, and it looks like the receiver has held on to a 16-yard touchdown pass. And he put some juice on that one, 16 yards. And that is number 15 again. By pass, 16 yards. At the 5:05 mark, you see it on the replay, and that is Beckford. Kevon Beckford. And the extra point is good. It is 21-10. Let's take a timeout on the JEA Lane College and Worthy Road Studios Network.
Jackson, Tennessee, 1887. The newspaper reported that the new electric light was greeted with shoutings and applause. The downtown crowd cheered the new electric streetlights. Today, clean water, sewage treatment, light, the warmth of natural gas, gig internet. We take it all for granted, but they represent decades of time, multiple millions of dollars in investments, and generations of skilled and dedicated employees. All the foundation of JEA today.
Lane College gets the field goal, but Beckford catching his 2nd touchdown pass for Tuskegee. Game is 21-10. Tuskegee leading. Homecoming is next week for Lane College. See Wilson back as one of the deep men. Let's see if Dewey is the other one. Here's the kickoff coming down, and it will actually get into the end zone and out the back of the end zone. And it'll be Lane College football, 1st and 10. So not any break on the field position. Our fine return game not able to work. Lane coaching staff will be busy working to make adjustments. Hear the Lane band in the background. And the ball comes out to the 25, equidistance from each sideline in the hash marks. 3 wide receivers to the right for Lane College, 1 to the left. Johnson, the quarterback. The give, bouncing it outside is Brown, and he will get down to about the 34-yard line. comes up limping just a little bit. To make it 2nd and 2. Three receivers to the left. Dewey back in the ball game. Brown limped just a little bit coming off. Dewey looking for a hole. Didn't find one, but he gave a great effort and may be close to the first down. That time they got into the proper gaps, and it is a first down as Dewey picks up 2. First and 10 from the 35, wide side to the left where the Trips receivers are. Quarterback draw. Johnson, and actually his foot, I think, and if you'll watch the replay, may get hooked on one of his own men. Still picked up positive yardage. Pickup of about 5. Second, short 5, long 4. Again, Trips left. We got a receiver. Well, I could make a case, but the officials say the bumping and stuff wasn't any good, and I agree with the coach. I believe let's check the hands and a few things like that out. Oh, I think the defensive back, I'm an old defensive back and running back, and I think he gained a little advantage. It's 3rd and 5 from the 41. Ball on the right hash mark. And actually the back part of the football closer to the 40. Be 3 down linemen for Tuskegee and a stand-up defensive end or an outside linebacker, depending on what you want to call him. Nice pitch and catch to Rashard Wilson. He gets bumped out of bounds, but it's still a completion. Wilson having a great day, and it's first down Lane College. Ball on the 47. After an almost 7-yard pickup then. 1st and 10, wide side to the right where the 3 wideouts are. 2 high safety situation. This is Dewey, and unfortunately, Tuskegee with great penetration. And I'll tell you what, that was actually a 1 high safety then. Check it out. The other safety had to match up with one of our Trips receivers. See Ware in the ball game. Johnson comes to towards the sideline. He'll get the play. Coaches will get a good look at it, and then could signal something else in or stay with that one. Ware and Wilson, 2 of the receivers here. Barbarin, the other one. Dewey in the backfield with Johnson. Now timeout has been called. And we'll see who it's assessed to. But they take a timeout. It's the officials' timeout. We're going to take a timeout here on the Worthy Road Studios Network.
Heating and air conditioning costs are over 50% of our average utility bills. Heating water, another 20%. 70% of our costs are basically for comfort. Utility costs are going up, and those inflation-driven costs may be with us for months. Whatever methods you use to conserve energy, those count more now than ever before. So when you set thermostats or use energy in any way, remember to take steps to conserve, saving your dollars at JEA today.
This is an official's timeout. It goes a little longer. Some people call them media timeouts. This game being brought to you, first of all, on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Also will be shown several times. We want to thank JEA. And you get a good look by our cameras of the huddle or not really the huddle, it's the meeting on the sideline. Both teams go to the sideline, huddle up around their coaches. The officials talk it over and see what needs to be done, not done. Here at Lane Stadium, also known to some people as Rothrock Field, a very historic stadium. A lot of great football games played here. The late Jacoby Jones, former Lane graduate that did so well in the Super Bowl and had many good years in the NFL. Actually was on the coaching staff at one time as an assistant, coached several places. He was remembered before the ball game, but now at 2 minutes to go. That's that 2 minute. They don't call it a 2-minute warning in college. It is 2nd and 11. The ball is on the 46 of Lane College, wide side to the right. Wilson, and we'll check the other receivers. See if that is Dewey in the backfield. We'll check that with Nigel Johnson. They fake to Dewey, give to Wilson underneath, and he's going to have plenty of yardage for a first down going out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. That's where he was pushed out of bounds. First down and 10 for the Lane College Dragons in Tuskegee territory. 1:53 on the clock. Three wide receivers to the left. Ware is to the right. Press coverage here on Ware. Johnson keeps it. Breaks one arm tackle. Carries forward to just over the 30, maybe the 29-yard line. He'll be close, but looks like they may. Will they mark him short or will they signal first down? They're going to say he actually hit down short. Second and about 2.5, maybe 3. Same formation. 4 down linemen. They're not even standing anybody up. They're just coming. They pin their ears back up. Johnson scrambling, getting across the 25, the 20. His jersey grabbed. He gives a little ground, and they'll say he's probably down right at the 20. Although they may mark him as having stepped out of bounds. I did not see that. Let's check the replay and see if he did. It's still a first down for the Lane Dragons. And the monitor went blank on me, so we don't know. There'll be a timeout on the field. Charged to Lane College. We'll take one with Lane trailing Tuskegee.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
My name is Mark Taylor. I'm the owner and president of Master Medical Equipment here in Jackson, Tennessee. As we've grown, our bandwidth needs have grown too. With E+ broadband, it's allowed us to do more things at once. So even though we're located here in West Tennessee, we have customers both out of the state, nationwide, and internationally that we use E+ broadband to communicate with. Email, online chat, telephone, however they prefer to communicate with us. And E+ broadband allows us to do that.
We are back here. Lane College coming out of a timeout. Have the football 1st and 10. Ball on the 19 with 1:14 left. In the first half of play, they'll shift the H-back. Wanted to sprint. They throw a throwback screen over here to this side, but looked like a well scout is complete. Got 1 yard out of it. Ware on the catch. Looks like we're going to make a substitution. Williams comes out of the ball game. Barbarian comes back in, trips left. Wire wide, 1 single receiver, 2 deep, secondary. Johnson wants to scramble, tucks it, gets across the 10, the 5. Will he make it? The ground cannot cause a fumble, and they said he was down at the half-yard line. Should be 1st and goal. Nice pickup by the quarterback, Nigel Johnson. 27.2 seconds left. Lane calls, I believe, their 3rd timeout. We'll take a timeout with them on the Worthy Road and BallGame Blitz Network.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Tune to the Travel Channel. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Set up OnePass for the Warriors. Catch all the action with the power of voice control.
We're back here as Lane comes to the line of scrimmage with 27.2 seconds to go. 1 yard away from pay dirt. Switching quarterbacks. Gaston in. Pulls some guards. Look like Wilson coming around with a version of an end around or a wide out around. Wilson with the 1 yard touchdown run. And there's the handoff. You see Wilson get it. 1 yard touchdown comes at the 22.5 second mark. Ortiz on to attempt the extra point. 21-16 now. The extra point would make it 21-17. Holding is Jarek Gaston, who had come in at quarterback. You have 1.3 seconds to execute everything. Snap, hold, and kick. It's up. It looks good. The goalpost disappeared. It is. And Tuskegee leads, but it is now 21-17. 4-point lead for Tuskegee. We'll be back with Lane College football on Worthy Road Studios in JEA.
What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Pods plug straight into the wall. No messy cables. They spread the internet from your existing modem to every corner of your home at full speed. Plume doesn't just make your Wi-Fi faster. It intelligently adapts to your environment and manages your Wi-Fi 24/7 based on insights like the number and types of devices you have connected. Plume. Worry-free Wi-Fi.
We're back, and an impressive drive by Lane College, getting them back to within 4. Ortiz to kick off. There are 22.5 seconds left, with Tuskegee leading 21-17. Boy, Lane College plays some, I like to call them slobber knockers, and close games. One man deepest for the Golden Tigers. He'll be at about the 10. They've got 2 receivers at the 15. Directional kick. They'll make one of the front people catch it. I think he signaled for a fair catch. Now, if you run with it, now they probably won't call that a run, but you can get a delay of game by running with it. But it was fair caught at about the 25-yard line, and that's where Tuskegee will go on offense with 22.5 seconds. Let's see if they air it out or if they choose just to take the snap and take a knee. Let's check Tuskegee's personnel, see if we can see who is in there. I think this is going to be more of a defensive formation, the version of the victory formation, but you do that to be safe. Bale will actually go under center, take a step back, or actually he just went straight down. The clock won't be stopped. It'll run out with Tuskegee leading 21-17 here at halftime. And we're going to take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios JEA and Lane Network.
What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Plume is up and running right away. From now on, your Plume membership is there to ensure your network is always at peak performance. It keeps your network up to date and optimized. You'll also get perks like parental controls, full visibility into speed and performance, and simple and secure guest access. With your membership comes superb customer support and service. Plume, worry-free Wi-Fi.
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
What's going on?
The neighbors got hacked again.
Weird. We never get hacked.
Nope. No, we don't. Smart devices make our lives better, but they're also susceptible to hackers. That's why Plume helps identify when a device is acting strange.
You mean like talking to itself for no reason?
I'm talking to the audience.
With E+ broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E+ broadband's TV Everywhere.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center, where we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ broadband. Thank you, E+ broadband. I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center, where we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ broadband. Thank you, E+ broadband. I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. E+ broadband has never let me down. Reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, E+ broadband.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries. Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries. Every 3 years, the American Public Power Association recognizes public power companies that demonstrate proficiency in reliability, workforce development, safety, and system improvement. The recognition, RP3. The highest level RP3 is the Diamond RP3. In 2023, JEA's electric division received the Diamond RP3 award for the 8th consecutive time. This never happened before, but it's JEA today. The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation every 2 years does an unannounced on-site review to evaluate every facet of a water system. Inspection includes real-time water sampling, records reviews, personnel training, certification, and more. A perfect score is $5.99. For the 3rd consecutive inspection, covering the last 6 years, the Jackson Energy Authority water system achieved a perfect score. $5.99, 100%, 3 consecutive times. That seldom happens, but it happened now at JEA today. While many cities in Tennessee now actively work to get broadband, Jackson, Tennessee in 2004 built what big communication companies would not build here. Jackson became Tennessee's first fiber-to-the-home city. In addition, Jackson has had for years the point-to-point infrastructure for gig internet. How many gig do you need? How many will you need in the future? It doesn't matter. Jackson doesn't wait. The capacity is already here and has been for years with E+ broadband and JEA today. Jackson organized in 1822, went nearly 50 years without a collective utility. But in 1871, the Citizens Gas Light Company offered manufactured gas. Railroads brought in coke, a form of coal burned in ovens located where the AMP is today. Stored in above-ground tanks, they carried the gas through wood pipes downtown. Lamplighters would fire up the streetlights at dusk. Part of the gas company building is still visible at the farmers market today. Citizens Gas Light Company, the first step toward JEA today. The Citizens Gas Light Company brought electricity to Jackson to generate power for new streetlights downtown. 1887, the West Tennessee Whig reported, the engine started, the large wheels revolved, causing the dynamo to generate the electric current. The new light was greeted with shoutings and applause. Electric usage spread. The electric company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company, generating power for trolley cars and more. Another step toward JEA today. Keeping utilities in service requires continued investment and maintenance. In 2024, JEA began changing relief valves on the 10 main ProGas propane tanks. This process is undertaken every 10 years to ensure that these essential relief valves are current and functioning, providing utility service that's safe and reliable, a key part of JEA today. The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JEA calls the sewer jetters. JEA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JEA today. The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JEA calls the sewer jetters. JEA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JEA today. Jackson, Tennessee, 1887. The newspaper reported that the new electric light was greeted with shoutings and applause. The downtown crowd cheered the new electric streetlights. Today, clean water, sewage treatment, light, the warmth of natural gas, gig internet. We take it all for granted, but they represent decades of time, multiple millions of dollars in investments, and generations of skilled and dedicated employees. All the foundation of JEA today. Heating and air conditioning costs are over 50% of our average utility bills. Heating water, another 20%. 70% of our costs are basically for comfort. Utility costs are going up, and those inflation-driven costs may be with us for months. Whatever methods you use to conserve energy, those count more now than ever before. So when you set thermostats or use energy in any way, remember to take steps to conserve, saving your dollars at JEA today.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
My name is Mark Taylor. I'm the owner and president of Master Medical Equipment here in Jackson, Tennessee. As we've grown, our bandwidth needs have grown too. With E+ broadband, it's allowed us to do more things at once. So even though we're located here in West Tennessee, we have customers both out of the state, nationwide, and internationally that we use E+ broadband to communicate with. Email, online chat, telephone, however they prefer to communicate with us. And E+ broadband allows us to do that.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Back at Lane Stadium, for those of you that know it as Rothrock Stadium, Lane it's their stadium now, and proper name for it. This is the home of the Dragons, who trail in this contest 21-17, back within 4. It's been interesting. In just a moment, we're going to have some highlights, but what a first half. Both teams putting plenty of offense. It could wind up who has the football last. On the field, you see the great Lane College band. You know, in the history of this band has performed at several of the Thanksgiving Day parades and always a hit anywhere they go. Of course, Lane College was founded by Bishop Isaac Lane. Tell you what, let's do. Let's go to Christopher Reasons, our producer, and Chris, let's see what we can do with some of those replays. The first one coming up will be the Tuskegee touchdown run of 40 yards at the 7:05 mark. You see Beal, their quarterback, he faked the toss. There was a hole in the middle, and now it's a foot race. And he cut back. He gets a block that he needed, or a more in the way type situation. Strong enough young man to go over that goal line at 40 yards, and at that point, it was 7-0. But Lane's going to come back. They're going to throw a 5-yard touchdown pass to Rashad Wilson at the 156 mark. And that will tie the ball game up in the first quarter. Now Tuskegee will have the next 2 scores, and this is their fine wideout that plays the X wideout spot, Quavon Beckford. And he gets a touchdown run. Very happy young man. He'll also get another pass play at the 5:05 mark, and this will be to Beckford again. Beal cranking up the javelin, as I call it sometimes, into the end zone, and that is Beckford after you see him roll. Not bad coverage by Lane College. We don't have the field goal, but we'll see a run by Lane College. This is Rashad Wilson. Look at the little man go. He knocked a defender back into the end zone. That came at the 22.5 second mark, and the only scoring that we didn't have was the field goal by Ortiz. They've clocked it officially at 23. I had it at 22 at the 10:23 mark. That brings you to our score of 21-17. Next week is homecoming. Parade, I believe, is at 10 o'clock. Don't hold me to that, but you'll want to see the parade, then come on over to the stadium. And, of course, you want to see the great band here. And we're adding some members to it right now, and we'll see the performance. And we'll see if we can pick that band show up right now, and then I'm going to give you some halftime stats. But it's always good to see the Lane band perform. And I've got back. We wanted you to see that performance. Let's talk about some of the stats in this contest. Let's do Tuskegee's stats first. Passing, you've got Raquan Beal. He is 6 for 8, 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Now, they did have an end-around pass by Micah Franklin that was incomplete. He's 0 for 1. Rushing, Beal is -2 yards. And looks like Chase Sellers has 3 carries for 60. The team rushing stats, 14 rushes for 87 yards for Tuskegee. Their passing yards, 133. They are 6 for 9 passing. Total offense on 23 plays, 220 yards. No fumbles. Punt returns are negligible. 1.9 yards on kickoff returns because we've made them fair catch it a couple of times. 1 punt for 39 yards, 1 penalty for 5. And their possession time, 13 minutes, 49 seconds of possession time. Third down efficiency, 83.3%. That's 5 out of 6. They haven't had a fourth down attempt. They're 1 for 1 in red zone scores. For Lane College, 17 points, 14 rushes. And let's see and a little off over here on the side. Let's see if we can get lined up. There we go. Passing, they are, and that's supposed to be their rushing yardage. It's 22 rushes for 126 yards. You got passing yards of 142, 10 for 15, and a total of 37 plays, 268 yards. Time of possession is in favor of Lane College, 16 minutes and 11 seconds. It's just 2 quick strikes by Tuskegee has been the difference. Kickoff return yards, 2 for 7. Punts, 1 for 33. 1 penalty for 5 yards. Third down efficiency, unfortunately, only 1 for 6 and 1 for 2 on fourth down efficiency. Red zone scores. Lane gets into the red zone other than that first time that they and they really weren't in the red zone then. They were just outside. They're 3 for 3. Johnson, 9 for 14 passing, 137 yards. Kalen Dewey, 7 carries, 21 yards. The big rusher is Johnson. He's got 7 carries for 50 yards. And it looks like 7 catches for Rashad Wilson leads us with 122 yards. His longest 35. Several other have 3. Ortiz 1 for 1 in field goals. Punting, he's punted once for 33 yards. Kickoff returns, Wilson has had 2, but for -7 yards. No punt returns, no interceptions, no fumble recoveries, both teams. Leading tackler for Tuskegee looks like Kimber, one of their linebackers, and he's a good one. He has 5. Also, McGuire has 5. For Lane, looks like Brown, the big man himself, has 6 tackles, and Irving has 3. We'll tell you a little more about this, but while the teams are loosening up, let's take one more timeout. We'll come back for second half action in Jackson, Tennessee at historic Lane Stadium.
What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Pods plug straight into the wall. No messy cables. They spread the internet from your existing modem to every corner of your home at full speed. Plume doesn't just make your Wi-Fi faster. It intelligently adapts to your environment and manages your Wi-Fi 24/7 based on insights like the number and types of devices you have connected. Plume. Worry-free Wi-Fi. What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Plume is up and running right away. From now on, your Plume membership is there to ensure your network is always at peak performance. It keeps your network up to date and optimized. You'll also get perks like parental controls, full visibility into speed and performance, and simple and secure guest access. With your membership comes superb customer support and service. Plume, worry-free Wi-Fi.
We are back, ready for kickoff, and I have been handed note that Chase Sellers is what the official scored that long touchdown run for the first one for Tuskegee. And we are in a booth that wasn't able to get all of my spotting and my charts. Normally I keep my own stats, but a great job by the stat crew, and they sent me this correction, and we appreciate them doing that. Lane to kick off as they receive the first half. Again, a directional kick is going to come down at about the 24. This time Beckford wants to return it, and we've got somebody hanging on for dear life. We'll see who gets up off the pile there as you see the kickoff again. And it looks like Jeremiah Brown, number 7, with a great play, is who's been given credit for that. Tuskegee will come out first and 10. And remember, time of possession was with Lane, but unfortunately the long rushing play and a touchdown pass, Beckford scored 2 of them. That accounts for the Tuskegee scoring. Keep an eye on wherever Beckford is, and they're going under center. We'll check the quarterback situation out. This is Beal dropping back, looking flushed out of the pocket. We had a hand on him. He gets away, throws it away. That one was thrown into the ground. Good coverage by Tatum over there. So now Beal is 6 for 9 passing, but has 2 touchdowns. Homecoming next week, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line officially is where they say the kickoff was fielded, with a H-back to the right, a wide out right, 2 receivers to the left in the pistol. And there's a change at quarterback. And there's a timeout called. We'll see who called this timeout. It'll be the first timeout of the second half for Tuskegee. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios, JEA, and Lane Network.
Oh, you're not going to believe this.
What's going on?
The neighbors got hacked again.
Weird. We never get hacked.
Nope. No, we don't. Smart devices make our lives better, but they're also susceptible to hackers. That's why Plume helps identify when a device is acting strange.
You mean like talking to itself for no reason?
I'm talking to the audience.
Back as Tuskegee has come to the line of scrimmage. Looks like Beal is back in at quarterback. Morris is your running back. 2 wideouts and a wing back to the left of the formation. Single receiver to the right. Lane brings 4 off the line of scrimmage. They'll send the H-back in motion. He lines up to the right. They're going to run a running play, trying to wall it off and they tried to wall the hole off there. And I see Gaither is one of the people. Brown, another one of the tacklers. And 55, Cameron Jones out of Dallas, Texas. Brown from San Francisco, California. Of course, Gaither from Sparkman, Alabama. I think the main tackle was given to 55, and we had an assist. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8 yards to go. A bunch-type formation, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. They'll send a man in motion. They looked for him as a safety valve. Throw over the middle. It was in and out of the hands, but good coverage by Lane College. It was intended for Taylor, Carone Taylor. And it'll be 4th down in a punting situation for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Lane Dragons did a great job. And, of course, Brown, the big lineman, just a sophomore. He's got a nice future in front of him. The defensive unit with a great job, a 3-and-out then. So that 3rd down efficiency now is 5 out of 7. One lone man, Wilson back. They send the rugby-style punter in. His takes a nice bounce. It'll go out of bounds somewhere between the 30 and the 35. They say it's going to go out at the 35. Good spotting by the official. And that punter is Jake Aller. Aller, A-L-L-E-R, wears 43. He's just a freshman. And, of course, Ryan's their other fine kicker, is a junior. Looks like Tuskegee will go with a 1 deep safety. It looks like they're showing 2, but a lot of times, and this time they will have 2 deep. It's not the Tampa 2, but it's a version of 2 deep. Now it's back to 1 deep because the other safety is occupied with Wilson. Linebacker loose to Wilson's side on the right. They give to Kylan Dewey, who breaks through the first wave, gets across the 40 and down to about the 42. Nice pickup. About 7 yards. They say it's knee hit on the 41, so it's 6 yards and a nice pickup by Dewey. Dewey now with 27 rushes, or 27 yards. Barbarian, Ware, is that Ware? We'll check and see. It may be Pitts, but we'll check. And Wilson to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Nigel Johnson, defensive backs creep up a step. Go throw the quick out to Wilson. He reverse pivots, heads to the sideline, gets 1 block, and he'll have the 1st down and more. And I'm going to tell you what, a little extracurricular side activity. Field judge didn't think that it was anything unnecessary. Another 1st down for the Lane College Dragons. First and 10 for the Dragons, their 15th one of the night. Again, Johnson in the backfield. The ball at the 49-yard line of Tuskegee. They're going to rush 4 guys hard. They try to, here's Johnson. Oh, a nice hole there, opened up by the line across the 35 down to the 30, depending on that spot where the knee hit, maybe the 31. But great job. It's another Lane College 1st down. 16 of those rascals, meaning 1st downs. A bunch 3 receiver formation to the right, single receiver to the left. Set up Barbarian for the quick screen. It'll be short yardage, but it will be positive. See the play being signaled in. Let's watch the replay of it and watch him drop back. You have to honor them going downfield, so that freezes the outside people unless they're just guessing. Second and 9 from the 29. Lane with the football, trips left. The give to Dewey. Oh, the hole was starting to open up, and trying to help out, one of the Lane blockers got knocked back into him, but he was trying to get an angle. Young men doing a good job not holding. It's not like playing drop the handkerchief like it was 2 weeks ago over at Crump Stadium. 11:07 and counting. Going to be 2nd down. Short 8, long 7. This is out to Wilson, the horse collar. He breaks that tackle, or at least I thought it was. He gets the 1st down, will be run out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. About a 20-yard pickup for Wilson. Right now, He's able to leap tall buildings as single bound, 1st and goal from the 7, wide side of the field to the right. And they say incomplete. Second and goal from the 7. And let's make sure it is the 7. It is not. I thought it wasn't. That's the reason I was questioning his. It's 1st and goal from the 9, actually, just inside the 9. A running play. It's Johnson. Johnson barrels over a couple of would-be tacklers. They got him down, but he's just a little short of the goal line, bringing up 3rd down. It took 2 men to bring him down, so a pickup of about 7. Here comes the muscle team, if you want to call them that. Jarrett Gaston coming on, but he's brought some beef with him. If you want to know where the beef is, it's out there. Brown at tailback. You got 2 wing backs. Wilson goes in motion. Up, messed up the handoff. Is it a fumble? And you can see them reach on that. It looks like Tuskegee has recovered the fumble after a nice drive by Lane College. You'll get to see a replay of it. Stopped a drive, and you've got to make a smoother. It wasn't a good mesh on the handoff. So Tuskegee takes over. Let's see, the ball is down at the 4, so they're 96 yards away from their objective, the goal line. Lane would love to get them in 3 and out and force a punt in the shadow of the Tuskegee goal line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, the pistol formation. They're going to give straight ahead. This looks like Morris running, but we'll check it. Numbers are a little hard to read on theirs. No, it wasn't Morris. It was number 20 for them. That is Spivey. Ronaldo Spivey, a senior running back out of Georgia. Pickup of about 1. Second and 9. Ball on the just over the 5. Lane gets their 4 linemen set. Linebackers stepping up. They'll check. They're getting a new play signaled in from the sideline. See how Lane counters. They get a defensive signal sent in. Looks like Gaither is telling everybody what we need to do. H-back to the right. Here's the option. I think it was going to be a pitch no matter what. And somebody like a heat-seeking missile will try to pick up and see who made that tackle. Knocks the running back down after a short gain of about 2.5 yards, maybe 2, depending on the spot. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7. A bunch formation of 3 receivers. Looked like a small wishbone, and now they're going to shift people in tight to the left. The power is to the left. Trying to draw folks offside with the action and everything, which were legal. Play clock running down, but they get the snap off. Pass play over the middle, and they found a receiver. And whistles blew. It's false start. Procedure if you prefer. That'll cost Tuskegee distance. It'll be half the distance to goal, so they'll run the play again. And let's see if they come back and run the same play. They had the man slightly open. Don't know if they would have ruled it a catch to begin with. Beal at quarterback with 1 back. No, they bring a different formation. 2 receivers to each side of the field. Shifting the running back. Lane loosens their secondary a little bit. Now 1 comes up tight on the far side and loosens up playing. Both teams playing a few games with formation. Here's a bullet thrown for a 1st down. The catch is made by the wideout at the 20. So a gain of 11 and a first down. 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Looks like they are bringing Garmin out to the left here. 3 receivers on the left side, 1 to the right. Running back in the backfield with Beal. Sending a man in motion straight ahead. The running back into the A gap for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards. Multiple tacklers. Gaither, we could see his jersey, or was that Gaither in there? That may not have been. Second down. Again, they try the running play into the A gap, maybe a half step wider. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Single coverage out here, 2 receivers to this side, a wing back also on the left side with those 2 receivers. 3rd and about 2.5. And did Lane jump? Tuskegee pointing at them, and that's not the kind where I've got to block this one. This was not communication. They thought we jumped. The option play again, we get outside with it. Nice play, and I'm going to tell you, 2 men did a wonderful job. One of them being number 42 for us. He actually made the tackle. Great job, and that was Anthony Otis. And it's a punting situation. Wilson will go back deep for the Dragons. And I did see Anthony Evelyn in his street clothes. Now he's going to keep it and run. They need a block, and they got it, and they're going to get the first down. That's the thing. You cannot run off with a punter, and that wasn't even the rugby punter. That was Lorcan Ryan's, and they have their first 4th down conversion. That hurts. Play such great defense. Nobody accounted for the punter. One man tried to do it, but they had enough blockers in front of him. Punt return had to be on then. Slot left, 2 receivers closer to a stack to the right. They send a man in motion. He'll swing out there if it's a pass play, but it's not. It's into the B gap of the left side of the line. Tackled by Devon Irvin. Brings up 2nd down from the left hash mark. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 40-yard line. Tighter stack this time to the right of the wideouts. They send the man in motion again. This is a pass play. Dropping back, we force Beal to step up. He overshoots his target. We had coverage back there. And the coverage was by Jeremiah Brown. Incomplete pass. Brings up another 3rd and 8. You can only ask the Dragon defense to do this so many times, but they've done a good job. Let's see if they can hold them one more time. Keep an eye on Beckford if he is out there. Empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Bale, your quarterback. Nice call. They send a man in motion, but they're not running it. They're going to swing that man in motion out. Going to force him out of the pocket. He throws one down the field, overshoots his target. It'll be 4th down, and the Dragons have held for a 2nd time. Coverage by Jeremiah Marlborough. And this time, I bet you the coaching staff told them to check out the punter and make sure he punts it. because everybody looked like they were going to set up a return. Rashad Wilson deep. Now we got to pick up the Gunners, and almost made a mistake. We're tight on the far side towards the lane bench, a little looser coverage. This time, yeah, they're checking him out. Here's the punt going off to the right. It'll hit, take a Tuskegee bounce. It's going to be down to about the 21-yard line. That's where Lane will have it 1st and 10. Lane had a great drive but coughed it up on that fumble that kept them out of the end zone. 21-17. Tuskegee leads the Lane Dragons. We are on the Worthy Road Studios YouTube page, and also will be having replays on JEA's Channel 6 here in Jackson, Tennessee. This game will be archived on Worthy Road's YouTube page. I want to thank Roger Ogden and Derek Burrows for all of their assistance. Homecoming next week for Lane College, a historic school, and I've read a lot about Bishop Isaac Lane, who founded this school. What a great man. Didn't know him. I haven't been alive that long, but what a great job, and we'll tell you more about Lane history during some of these broadcasts. Trips right from the, they actually say the 22. It's closer to the 21. We had a catch and drop. Trying to run before he had it was Barbarian, and the young man, you can forgive him because, I mean, that's exciting. You got it, and you, man, I got to know where they are so I can pivot and get around them. Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10 from the 22. They've shaded Wilson a little more than they have been shading him. Trips right, one receiver to the left. Here's Johnson on the give. Running up, there's a hole. Great job by the right side of the Lane College line then. And that was Brown on the carry. We'll see what he picks up. It'll bring up 3rd down. It looks like he got 8.5 yards. You could either say it's a very short 2 or a long one, and I do mean a long one. They're going to call it 3rd and 2. Trips right again. 3 down linemen against our line, plus a stand-up defensive end or linebacker. The same play again, I think is going to be stacked up after maybe a yard game. Here comes the Philadelphia Eagles tush push, and I think they're going to mark it down. It is going to be short of the 1st down. It's 4th down. But let's see, it could be. I'm at an angle. Only the referees know for sure. Linesman is trying to line it up. Let's see. Johnson comes to the side to talk to the coaching staff. It's 4th down and 1. Let's see if it's a timeout, and it is. Lane College has called a timeout. We'll be back after these important messages on Worthy Road Studios.
With E+ broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E+ broadband's TV Everywhere.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
We're back, and let's see what the situation is going to be. It is 4th and 1. The ball is on the 31-yard line. Scoreboard says 2, but trust me, that is 1 yard. Johnson at quarterback. Looks like Brown at running back. There's Trips right. They put the beef and they come inside eye on a couple of the people. 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers that are ready to pounce and come forward. And let's see if he got it. It's going to be close. to see where the forward progress. No, they say he did not get it, and it's going to be first down Tuskegee. When I call it going sideways or squirting sideways, not sure that we might not have lost a little. You can look at our replays. We have it. This puts Tuskegee inside of field goal range from the lane 31, and that's a big play in the ball game. We're in the third quarter play with 1:44 left to go in the third quarter. Lane defense has got to dial it up one more time. Those young men have done pretty well today. A Wildcat-type backfield back there. We'll pick up who the running back is. Beal is not in there. Boy, they got great yardage then. It looked like they were shot out of a cannon. You'll get to see the replay. And we'll have to pick up who's playing quarterback's number. It's actually one of the running backs. Hard numbers to read. I see 37 is one of the men in there, but he is not. He will be the runner this time. Lead block for him, straight up the middle. I saw Xavier Shaw up in there for us. 59 seconds and counting. Beal will come back in. '27 Woodward was in there a while ago. Or for that one. Beal back in on 2nd and 9 from the 13 with 42 seconds. Two receivers to each side, a stack to the bottom of your screen. They'll send a man. Well, he'll reset. He's really not in motion. He'll cut across the middle. They're looking for the out. Good defense. We had a linebacker that almost picked it off. Tatum had great coverage, knocked away, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. And that's actually from the 19. They are within field goal range of their kicker, they being Tuskegee. Here comes some fresh people in. Try to get the all-out rush because this is almost assured. Well, unless they run a jet sweep, it's got to be a pass play or a quarterback draw if there was any run. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Got to get that push on. They send a man in motion. He'll swing out of the backfield. They hope he's open. They look for him. Now they throw it to him. He's going to try to juke our tackler, and we're going to hold him up enough to get help and knock him out of bounds. A couple of people come to help out, and it's 4th down. Let's see if the kicker comes on. And from what I was told, that Lorcan Rhines, number 45, is a very good field goal kicker. Football is going to be put down on the 27, but it will change ends at the end of 3 quarters of play. Tuskegee 21, our Lane College Dragons 17. Let's take this important timeout on the JEA Worthy Road Studios and Lane Network.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center, where we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ Broadband. Thank you, E+ Broadband. I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center, where we specialize in dental implants and full mouth rehab for patients that have congenital defects, special needs community, and as well as the elderly. This room is an actual functioning surgical suite that gives us the capability of performing procedures normally performed at the hospital. All the technology available in this room was made possible by E+ Broadband. Thank you, E+ Broadband.
We are back. This one will be placed down to the 27, making it a 37-yard field goal. Don't forget, these games are on live today, Worthy Road Studios. And join. You subscribe to it and get all of it. We have boxing. We've had rodeos. We have basketball, baseball, football, softball, volleyball. The snap, it's down. The referees blow the whistle. There's a going to be a penalty on somebody, and it's going to be illegal procedure, it looks like, against. That will back up Tuskegee 5 yards. Holder is Jake Aller, who is one of the 2 punters they use. Larkin Rhines. Rhines is the place kicker. He can also punt. They use both of those young men. So that's an important penalty for Lane to back it up, making it a little tougher. This is within Ryan's range, though. It'll be placed down at approximately the 32. It'll be a 42-yard attempt with the 10 of the end zone. 1.3 seconds to execute everything and get the kickoff. Snap is good. The kick is up. It's long enough, but it looks wide right. It is no good, and Lane will take over the football. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. The defense has held one more time for the Dragons. Got to get something going here with 14:54 to go in the 4th quarter play. Lane trailing by 4. A lot of offense in the first half, and here in the second half, it's been a lot of defense. Fumbled away a drive. We didn't mean to, but it wasn't a good exchange. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Wide side of the field to the right. Lane has Kylan Dewey back in the backfield with him. 2 receivers to each side, no tight end. They're going to send a man in motion. That's Wilson. Jet sweep, kind of a botched handoff. It slowed the play up, and they're going to get Wilson for a loss. And the young man read it properly, came forward for them. That was Wells for them. It's going to make it 2nd and about 12. Nigel Johnson in at quarterback. We've seen both quarterbacks today. 3 receivers to the left. 1 receiver to the right on 2nd and 12. Two down linemen with 2 stand-up ends, and those 4 are coming. The linebacker steps up looking for the run, and he was playing run all the way because he had stepped up. He wasn't blitzing. And we may lose another yard, and there seems to be a Lane player down. And that was Dewey. He got up slow. Coming in is 33, LaMarcus Kinney. That was Kimber, who's had an outstanding day for Tuskegee. Play clock down to 12, and the play didn't come in. 5 out. No running back, and Tuskegee's going to tee off and come hard. Johnson, couple of step drop, looking. He's flushed. Now he pulls up. He's hemmed in. He's going to go down at about the 20-yard line for a sizable loss, and it'll be a punting situation. Lineman limping off, and we hate to see that. Don't like to see anybody get hurt. Joey Anthony, the freshman out of Jackson, Mississippi. Let's hope it's nothing big time. But defending the quarterback instead of possibly trying to force one in there. Now we will hit the football from about the 2-yard line. 1 lone man back for Tuskegee. Ortiz is our punter. That one kind of floated back there. Nice spiraling punt, driving the receiver back. We had a little hole in our coverage, and he's going to get across the 50, across the 40, down to the 38 of Lane, and puts them in a threatening position to score. That was Taylor, their fine return man. Battle of the bands going on in the stands, folks. Remind you that, again, this game can be watched archived. We want you to subscribe to Worthy Road Studios. Doesn't cost you a thing, but it opens up other avenues of things that you might want to watch. We've got high school football. We got college football. We also have a lot of the other sports, including volleyball and soccer, in addition to basketball, baseball, and softball. We've done rodeos and we do boxing. We had a professional card a couple of weeks ago. And again, sign up for Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Lane puts 5 up on the line, now dances back to 4 with the linebacker trying to give him a little fit. Handoff, trying to find a hole, running to daylight because the original hole was closed. Gaither, one of the men, and one of the Tuskegee young men are down. May have been a loss of a half yard. We'll see where they put the stakes down. And again, that's a lineman. And it may be Stetton, the fine offensive line. We'll check and see if that's who it is, and I think it is. He's one of the team captains. He's limping, but let's hope there's nothing serious. There's a timeout on the field, and we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with the Worthy Road JEA broadcast of Lane football.
I'm Dr. Keith H. Taylor, owner and CEO of the Mid-South Dental Implant and Oral Surgery Center. Our clinic is unique because it offers oral surgery suites, general dentistry suites, as well as a fully run operating room. E+ Broadband has never let me down. The reps that actually gave me their personal phone numbers, that they definitely were compassionate. They knew that some of the technical terms they were using I couldn't understand, and they broke them down to me, and I thought this went a long way. Thank you, E+ Broadband.
We're back. I'm in disagreement with the scoreboard. I've got 2nd and 11. They say 2nd and 9. No, the ball is on the Tuskegee side of the Lane 40-yard line. They shift the H back to the left side where the strength is. He leads up in there. We've got people penetrating, and that looked like 99. And, you know, there used to be a locomotive called that, but that's Robert Brown. He had somebody help. We had an assist. But that was Robert Brown, and Pedro Davidson Jr., I think, had the assist. It's going to make it 3rd and 11. The ball, the nose short of the 40-yard line. Substitutions come in, empty backfield, slot right, a bunch formation to the left. Send a man in motion, so they have 4 receivers that side. Pressure comes, it's over the middle. It's just over one of our outstretched men's hands for a first down and a completion, and a first down for Tuskegee at the Lane 22, maybe the 21 where they spot it. And, you know, this is a game of inches a lot of times. It's cliche to say it, but just got over our outstretched linebackers' hands. 1st and 10 on the 21. The bunch formation. They fake the option. Beal keeps it, running down the field. And let's see if he got the first down. And they will put the stakes down. It's going to be 1st and goal. You'll see the replay of Beal running the football. Go with the empty set, 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. The H-back is at the edge of the line of scrimmage. They put a man in motion. They'll come back. They're going to pitch. Got to get people out. I saw legally what wouldn't be called a trip, but we did kind of get tripped, but they'll call no foul. A helmet off. One of the Tuskegee players will have to go off the field. Second and goal from the 5. Brown checks back in. You want to get the big man in there. Second 5, wide side of the field to the left. 1 man in the backfield. Pass play, they throw over the top. Nice defense thrown a little short, you got to throw the back shoulder throw, or either really you need to loft it and play jump ball or run a fade. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd and goal.
Number 23, Mark James on the breakup. Brings up 3rd down.
Lane getting a late substitution in, but he's still legal. 3rd and goal from the 6 officially now. It was kind of in between the 5 and the 6. A man in motion to the left. They throw across the middle, and Robert Brown almost had a lineman's dream, and you can see him jumping up and down as he broke that one up. It is 4th down. They'll try the field goal to increase that lead to 7 if they can make it. Lane would love to have a block of it. Let's see where they put the ball down. Looks like it's going to be put down about the 13. Ryan's on to attempt it. They've got a different holder than what was previously announced in the first half. Aller usually holds. Kick is up. This one looks good. The goalpost on the backside disappeared. So a 23-yard kick. And the Golden Tigers have increased their lead to 7 over the Dragons. Let's take a timeout.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries. Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E+ broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E+ broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries.
8:43 as Ryans approaches the football and kicks off. Comes down to Dewey. Dewey across the 15, the 20, across the 25, and he'll get down to either the 26 or 27-yard line. Nice return. Lane College will get maybe 1 or 2 more possessions, so they need to make the most. Sometimes you can get 3. Obviously, Tuskegee would like to force them into 3 and out. Now the officials are holding action up. I did not see the flag, but that doesn't mean there was not one. Lane's offense out on the field fairly quickly. And they just held the action up, so there's no penalty. Looks like Pitt's closest to us with Wilson in the slot. There is a wing back to the right. That's probably Williams. They're going to give the ball to Kenny, and he's going to be met by a host. I'd say about 6 guys said, "Hi, I play for Tuskegee. We're going to tackle you." It's going to be a loss of 1. 33, the tackler for them, that's Wells. He was just one of a host of guys. 2 stand-up outside ends, 2 down linemen, and they're teeing off on Lane. We're showing the pistol with LaMarcus Kenny in the backfield. 3 receivers, which is trips right. Single receiver left. Tuskegee playing with 2 linebackers, and now the clock runs down. Let's see if there's going to be a markup of 5 for delay a game against Lane. They had a safety. It was actually a throw underneath, dragging Pitts across, and he kicks. He dropped the football, and then it kind of kicked off his foot, and Tuskegee has their second fumble recovery. Wow, what an inopportune penalty. Or not the penalty, that was too. Second fumble. Carl Pitts looked like he was going to have some room to run, the 6'2 redshirt freshman from Birmingham, and you got a feel for him, but it's Tuskegee ball, 1st and 10, leading by 7. Lane trying to get the right personnel out there on the field. Coming in, Armand White. Brown is not in this time. One back in the backfield. They've gone to more of their wildcat set. Beal is not in there at quarterback. They're just going to snap it and run with it. Trying to get outside. We did not get the corner set. Couple of guys in there on the tackle. Tatum, one of them. .45, another one of them, Irvin. Second down and about 5, maybe 4. It's closer to 4. Same situation, just a wildcat type backfield. They're alternating running backs. And that looked like 27 carrying the football for them that time. He didn't carry it the previous play. And we have 27 as Alexander Woodard. Now sometimes jerseys get changed, etc. You don't always get the word. First down again, and they're threatening, they being the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, threatening to cross the Lane Dragon goal line. 2 receivers to the right, a wing back left. Just moving sideways, looking for the hole to punch it up in there, and a nice gain. Right now, the tired Lane defense trying to do their best, but Tuskegee punching some holes there. Emmanuel Russell in the game in the defensive line. Second and about, it's a little less than 7. They'll shift the H-back to the right. It's just nothing but power football right now. It's single wing, wildcat if you prefer. See Armand White, one of the people in there. Also Emmanuel Russell, another on that tackle. Going to bring up third. Looks like no gain the way it was spotted. 3rd and 7. The ball is on the 13-yard line of Lane. Short side of the field to the Lane side. Wide side to the left towards Tuskegee. Empty backfield. Looks like Beal back in there. Bale drops, swings it out to the left, and a nice tackle. Got submarine, but the back was able to run for a little bit of yardage. You always want to, if you can, lock up, but getting him down was important. And that was Terry on the tackle. It's going to bring up 4th down, but I think Ryans will come on to try to increase their lead to 10 points. Which would mean that Lane would have to have 2 scores just to tie it up. 4:18 in counting on your scoreboard that you see on Worthy Roads. And remember, these games will be replayed on JEA, who's one of the great sponsors. Ball's going to be put down about the 17 or 18. We'll call it the 18, a 28-yard kick with the 10 in the end zone. Kick is up. It's a line drive. It looked like it got through, and it did. So we'll call it a 28-yard field goal, and Tuskegee goes up 27-17. Let's take a timeout, and there is a flag on the play. Let's keep it here. Let's go ahead and keep it here. Keep the thing here, and let's see what the flag is. Even hate to miss the commercial break because those are important. 359 is what Lane will have to work with. Let's see if it's against Lane or if it's against Tuskegee. But it is sitting there just on the 20 or 15-yard line. Here's the official signal. Personal foul against Tuskegee. Now, if it's after the kick will be good. And it will still be 27-17. Ryan's field goal holds up. Like I said, we're going to hold it here and get ready for Lane's kickoff. Coming out to receive will be Rashad Wilson. And it looks like Charles Barbarin, the red shirt freshman from New Orleans, will be the other receiver. Both of them come up to about the 19. Barbarin backs up to about the 17. Of course, they'll come up probably a little more as this one, 15-yard assessment. And the ball will be kicked from the 20-yard line because normally you kick it from the 35, back it up 15. Lane will get good field position, but they've got to get 2 scores in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Here's the kick. It's going to come down to Barbarin. No, it hits between them. Wilson picks it up, gets the most out of it. See if he got out of bounds. The official waving his hand, signaling that to stop the clock. It'll be about the 35-yard line, so almost a disaster. 2 fumbles have really hurt Lane College in the second half. They had a chance to actually take the lead with one of them. And 2 field goals by Ryan is all the scoring we've had here in the second half of play. Lane's got to get in a hurry. 3:54, trailing by 10. Johnson in the backfield sends a man in motion. Here comes the hard rush. He steps up, wants to run, but you can only hold out so long. That one's more of a coverage sack, even though they had good penetration. Good rush by Tuskegee then. That was Tyler Wells again. He's been all over the place for them. 3 men to the top of the formation or the right side. And the outside guys are just teeing off. There's a little twist stunt run by Tuskegee. Good coverage, and almost if the safety had played it a little different for Tuskegee, they could have had an interception. If you watch the replay, watch the left defensive end and tackle, and that's called a twist. I know that Ed Too Tall Jones, when he was playing with the Cowboys, they'd run a lot of twists out of their flex defense. Third and 12. Could be a possession down, although you'll see the Dragons probably go for it. There's a timeout call by Lane on 3rd and 12. The ball on their own 34. 3:11 to go. Let's take a timeout on the JEA and Worthy Road Studios Network.
Every 3 years, the American Public Power Association recognizes public power companies that demonstrate proficiency in reliability, workforce development, safety, and system improvement. The recognition, RP3. The highest level RP3 is the Diamond RP3. In 2023, JEA's Electric Division received the Diamond RP3 Award for the 8th consecutive time. This never happened before, but it's JEA today.
The Tennessee Department of Environment and Conservation every 2 years does an unannounced on-site review to evaluate every facet of a water system. Inspection includes real-time water sampling, records reviews, personnel training, certification, and more. A perfect score is $5.99. For the 3rd consecutive inspection, covering the last 6 years, the Jackson Energy Authority water system achieved a perfect score. $5.99, 100%, 3 consecutive times. That seldom happens, but it happened now at JEA today.
While many cities in Tennessee now actively work to get broadband, Jackson, Tennessee in 2004 built what big communication.
Two receivers to each side on this important third down play, 3rd and 12. You know the defense is watching Wilson as they run a combo move. They hit underneath to Kylan Dewey. Will he fall forward? Yes, he does. First down, Lane College. It'll be at the 45.5, the 46, depending on how they spot it. 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and the Dragons must move the football. 2:51 and counting. Same formation, two receivers to each side. Nigel Johnson, the quarterback, the 6'2 junior from Starksville, Mississippi, would engineer a touchdown drive. And this time he starts and heads up the middle, but they had it plugged up pretty good. One of their linemen, I think, was assigned to kind of plug things up. That was 55, who is a defensive tackle, Lance Watkins. And an injured Dragon on the field. That one looked a little bit like a rugby scrum. And they say we did not get the first down a minute ago. I thought they had. That's my fault. So it is. It's going to be, is it 3rd down or 4th down? We'll see. Let's take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this.
While many cities in Tennessee now actively work to get broadband, Jackson, Tennessee in 2004 built what big communication companies would not build here. Jackson became Tennessee's first fiber-to-the-home city. In addition, Jackson has had for years the point-to-point infrastructure for gig internet. How many gig do you need? How many will you need in the future? It doesn't matter. Jackson doesn't wait. The capacity is already here and has been for years with E+ broadband and JEA Today.
And that's what I get for reading the scoreboard. I need to keep up with it myself. Now we got all kinds of movement and things getting a little testy. It does belong. That was the 4th down and not the. Dewey was the injured player. This will back up 5 yards, the Tuskegee team. Lane needing the football. First man's got to stand the running back up, or who has the football. Second man needs to strip the football. They go with their double wing running back play. And that looked like Leverett running the football for them. Leverett gets a couple of yards, or is it? Timeout on the field. With that timeout, we'll take one also.
Jackson organized in 1822, went nearly 50 years without a collective utility. But in 1871, the Citizens Gas Light Company offered manufactured gas. Railroads brought in coke, a form of coal burned in ovens located where the AMP is today. Stored in above-ground tanks, they carried the gas through wood pipes downtown. Lamplighters would fire up the streetlights at dusk. Part of the gas company building is still visible at the farmers market today. Citizens Gas Light Company, the first step toward JEA Today. The Citizens Gas Light Company brought electricity to Jackson to generate power for new streetlights downtown. 1887, the West Tennessee Whig reported, the engine started, the large wheels revolved, causing the dynamo to generate the electric current. The new light was greeted with shoutings and applause. Electric usage spread. The electric company became the Jackson Railway and Light Company, generating power for trolley cars and more. Another step toward JEA Today.
Back here at Lane Stadium, 2 minutes to go. That's the equivalent of the 2-minute warning, but they don't call it that. 2-minute media timeout. 10-point lead by Tuskegee. 1st and 15. The ball is on the 48. It's in the middle of the field. 2 wing backs. They're going to pull, and actually are running more of a wildcat. There was no intention of passing or anything on that one. Pickup of about 5 yards, maybe 4 with the knee put down. Now, Lane has used, I know, 1 timeout. Tuskegee taking their time, 33 still on the play clock. 1:34 and counting. They won't quite get it under a minute before they snap the ball, but they'll be close. Leverett in the backfield for them. Also, Malik Davis, who can play quarterback. Davis will get the snap. Now it'll be a Tuskegee timeout. They're a little disorganized. They got it down to 1:02. We'll keep it here. And it will be the second timeout by Tuskegee. Next week is homecoming. Don't forget the parade. Hall of Fame banquet, I believe, Friday night. Some great Laneites inducted into it. I do a talk show on News Talk 101.5 on Saturdays, and Bill Hamilton and I mentioned the great Will Shaw for you Laneites out there. If you never saw Will Shaw play basketball, I did. He averaged 40 points one year, 30 another year, and he was in his 20s, averaged in the 20s, I think, his sophomore year. Would have probably made the 64 Olympic team, except for he had a knee injury that slowed him down and kept him off the team. And he, even with the knee injury, he may have been better than 1 or 2 that was on that 64 team. But what a great guy. But he is a former basketball coach here a long time ago. But we're going to honor some great people. Got stacks to each side. Back into the pistol formation. The running back behind the quarterback, Davis. Lane's going to be coming like crazy with 1:02. And they hand off, trying the right side. And, boy, there's a whole bunch of dragons right there. A couple of guys getting off the bottom of the pile. 90, of course, is White. 18 is Miller. There were a couple other guys. And let's see what we do. I think. And there has been a timeout to stop the clock. We haven't seen any signals. The officials need to work on their mechanics there a little bit on that type stuff. No, maybe not. The clock is rested at 56 seconds. So let's take a short time out here on the Worthy Road Studios JEA Network.
Keeping utilities in service requires continued investment and maintenance. In 2024, JA began changing relief valves on the 10 main ProGas propane tanks. This process is undertaken every 10 years to ensure that these essential relief valves are current and functioning, providing utility service that's safe and reliable, a key part of JA today.
Interesting timeout then. Teams are back on the field ready to play. It's a punting situation. Is punt block on, or will Wilson get a return? Guys are up on their toes. Everybody's coming. The punt just gets off, end over end. Maybe it'll kick and go out of bounds. It went out of bounds without kicking and going there. And let's see, they triangulate this among the officials, and they help each other with the spot. And let's see where the official stops. And it's going to be right at the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lane with 46 seconds. You got to score in a hurry. Come back onside kick and score again. You're 10 points down. Let's see what Coach Brown and his fine staff have dialed up here. Kenny will be in at running back. Keep an eye on Wilson. Let's see what we've got to get him open. A single receiver here at the left side. One running back. sending him in motion, so there'll be 4 receivers. Boy, Tuskegee coming hard. It's underneath the Barbarian. Barbarian heads to the sideline, runs out of bounds wisely, and, of course, their defensive back was going to help him out anyway, and that was Grimes helping our man out. Nice catch and run by Barbarian on a crossing pattern. 1st and 10, 42.3 seconds. Johnson in the backfield with Kenny. They'll send Kenny back across the middle. He's got it. Referee plays defense and gets in his way. Kenny is heading for the other sideline. He'll run out of bounds at about the 35, and I think he'd gotten more if the official hadn't gotten his way. Watch the replay and watch the official get in his way, and it can't be helped. They're part of the playing field, see? And there's no way the official can win in that one, but it does hurt our cause a little bit. Moving the football, 33.3 seconds to go. A diamond formation looks like it's coming up out here for the wideouts. 1 to the other side, empty backfield. Johnson looking it over. They're going to bring hard off the outside. 4-man rush, twisting. It's thrown out of bounds. Johnson took a hit as he was releasing. And I thought that was nice. I don't know whether he calls it. We called it at my old school a twist move, and it wasn't the twist with between a tackle and end. It was just a guy twisting and rolling off the block. That brings up 2nd down for Lane. The ball on the 36, 28.7 seconds. Do you go underneath again? We've had good success. They look like they've adjusted their linebackers a little bit. They got 2 deep safety. 5 men in the pattern. Stepping up is Johnson. He's going to run, but he's going to get yanked down from behind by a lineman. And we've got to get up and either spike the ball, and we got to get moving. 17 and counting. Play clock doesn't matter. 13 and counting. It's down to 11 because we've got to have the football again. 8 seconds. This will probably be the last play unless it's incomplete. Into the end zone for Wilson. Wilson has got it. No, in and out, they say, of his hands. I thought he had it with 0.3 of a second left. And now Johnson limping, and you do not like to see that. Nigel Johnson. It was intended for number 5. So there'll be one more play in this ball game. Tuskegee leads 27-17. Let's see if Lane can put something on the board here. This is one of those you either throw it into the, well, they're going to say time has run out. Interesting. I thought it should have been 0.3 of a second, but time has run out. And the final score is Tuskegee 27, Lane 17. We'll take a timeout and come back with post-game show on the Worthy Road Studios Network with JEA.
The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JA calls the sewer jetters. JA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JA today. The mission, clear sewer lines. The equipment, sewer jetters. These jetters use pressurized water to remove whatever is clogging lines, such as flushable wipes, which are not, roots from plants, improperly disposed products. Lines clog and JA calls the sewer jetters. JA now has its 3rd and newest unit, crucial in keeping sewage flowing. 8 to 10 million gallons of sewage is treated and discharged clean every day, so keeping things moving is an essential part of JA today.
Jackson, Tennessee, 1887. The newspaper reported that the new electric light was greeted with shoutings and applause. The downtown crowd cheered the new electric street lights. Today, clean water, sewage treatment, light, the warmth of natural gas, gig internet. We take it all for granted, but they represent decades of time, multiple millions of dollars in investments, and generations of skilled and dedicated employees, all the foundation of JA today.
Heating and air conditioning costs are over 50% of our average utility bills. Heating water, another 20%. 70% of our costs are basically for comfort. Utility costs are going up, and those inflation-driven costs may be with us for months. Whatever methods you use to conserve energy, those count more now than ever before. So when you set thermostats or use energy in any way, remember to take steps to conserve, saving your dollars at JEA today.
From time to time, life may throw us a curveball. Even with the best of efforts, maintaining the essentials like utilities can be difficult. With UtiliCare, you can make a donation to help provide utility assistance to families right here in Jackson. Your contribution makes a difference for those families struggling to pay utility bills. Go online to learn more or donate. jaxenergy.com/UtiliCare.
My name is Mark Taylor. I'm the owner and president of Master Medical Equipment here in Jackson, Tennessee. As we've grown, our bandwidth needs have grown too. With E+ broadband, it's allowed us to do more things at once. So even though we're located here in West Tennessee, we have customers both out of the state, nationwide, and internationally that we use E+ broadband to communicate with. Email, online chat, telephone, however they prefer to communicate with us. And E+ broadband allows us to do that.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Tune to the Travel Channel. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control. Set up OnePass for the Warriors. Catch all the action with the power of voice control.
What is Plume? Plume spreads Wi-Fi across your entire home. Pods plug straight into the wall. No messy cables. They spread the internet from your existing modem to every corner of your home at full speed. Plume doesn't just make your Wi-Fi faster. It intelligently adapts to your environment and manages your Wi-Fi 24/7 based on insights like the number and types of devices you have connected. Plume. Worry-free Wi-Fi.
Back at Lane Stadium, and the final score was 27-17. And we'll do what we can. We're waiting for stats from the official stat crew. Unfortunate, a couple of fumbles in the second half really kind of hurt Lane. One of them inside the red zone, another one stopped. Both of them stopped drives, and a good effort by Lane. They got some injuries to overcome and got a game plan to get together. Lane falls to 1-5 on the season, and the Tuskegee team goes to 3-3 overall on the season. Tuskegee next week will be playing, looks like they'll play Kentucky State, the team that we lost a heartbreaker to last week. And we will be playing homecoming against Central State out of Wilberforce, Ohio. A lot of people familiar with Central State due to women's basketball here in Jackson when the NAIA tournament was held here. They once upon a time had a former pro football player named Billy Joe that was their head coach. He is no longer head coach. Coach Brown and his fine coaching staff will go back to the drawing board, try to figure a couple things out, get some people healthy. Final score again was 27-17, Tuskegee beating Lane. Let's go over the scoring in the contest. In the first period at the 4:22 mark, the official score says that it was Chase Sellers that ran for a touchdown. And then at the first period, 4:22, the extra point was kicked by Ryan. 1:56, Rasheed Wilson took a 5-yard pass from Johnson for the touchdown at the 156 mark. The extra point by Ortiz was good. And then with 14:05 to go in the second quarter, Raquan Beal threw a pass to Beckford. Beckford went 58 yards for the touchdown. The extra point by Ryans was good. At that point, it was 14-7. Lane comes back at the 10:23 mark with a field goal by Ortiz of 23. It was good. It was 14-10. Raquan Beal pass complete to Beckford again for 16 yards and a touchdown. Made the score 20-10. The extra point was good on that one. Wilson rushed for 1 yard for a touchdown to make it 21-16. And Ortiz came in, kicked the extra point. And the only scoring in the second half was by Ryan, their fine kicker, of 23 and 28 yards field goals. And Lorcan Ryan, I keep wanting to call him by a different name. I had a kicker when I was coaching that his last name was Ryan too. But Lorcan Ryan, a 23 and 28 yard field goal to wrap it up and put them up by 10. Lane played hard. They played credible, but a couple of penalties and those 2 fumbles loomed big in the ball game. And we are just about ready. I don't think the stats are going to get here from across where the stat people keep them. So I guess what we need to do is tell you who the fine people were that brought you this game and remind you this was a copyright game. It's on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. You can subscribe. Now, you can see it for free, but we want you to subscribe, see the rodeos, the boxing, all the football, the baseball, the basketball. We've got it all. We'd even cover a ping pong match if somebody wanted us to. We can do, and also Worthy Road takes care of weddings and funerals. Great crew today for this broadcast that you can also watch replays on JEA Cablevision 6. You can watch them on Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. And, of course, we want to thank Derek Burrows, the AD, Roger Ogden. What a job he does, the assistant AD. Works himself to death. Good people here at Lane. We'll be back for homecoming next week. But the executive producer is Paul Schulze. Directed by Christopher Reasons. Play-by-play, Coach Joe Holloway. Your cameras, Billy Bolin II, Paul Schulze, and the replay, Adriana Bolin. Will remind you that any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express written consent of Worthy Road Studios is prohibited. We want to say thanks for your time this time till next Saturday. See you then.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.